Welcome back. This is Carlos from Omegavus Trend. Nice to see you. So let's get right into today's forecast and expectancy of the market. The first thing that we are going to do is just focus on what the state of the market is. I'm going to scan the OT swiftly here and identify what might be moving along the lines of expectancy. YM is in the pre-market bullish and halfway unbiased. So just remember, before 9:30, we don't take action. You can do if you're swing trading, but if you're going to day trade, you got to wait until the 9:30 comes out, allow the market to do its thing, and then it will come back and show you the real truth and strength. And as a reminder, we gotta break the OT in two sectors, and it would be from M1 to M10 and 15. That is short-term bias, short momentum, scalpers, day traders, algorithms, so on and so forth. And then you got the M32 and to daily. Those are like the big tendency. So if you got, like, for instance, you can see the NQ is selling off on short-term bias. It just means that the market was on a massive bullish outlook, taking a little bit of a breather. If these numbers become really aggressive, like 300, 400, 500, the sell-off is massively powerful, indicating a report just came out of the market. It's just basically continuing on a path of a selling pressure, and at the same time the numbers at the bottom must be start to lose momentum, meaning starting to turn into grayed out or double digits, and that means that the sellers are taking control, and that in your mind should be expected as transition phase. This is where you go into a bigger time frame, 4-hour charts, 1-hour charts, and start looking for those massive support logical states or areas that they're being taken out and breaking down. The OT kind of taps in your shoulder what's about to happen based on momentum of the market or strength of the market, based on the trend that they're pushing the markets to. But it's your job to validate that in the chart itself using support resistance levels, because, as let's just be honest, many of these plays relies a lot in fake out moves to trap buyers at the top, sellers at the bottom, right? It's a typical short-term action. This is how money managers make their money, right? How the big players make their money. So those kind of manipulations are very common, and you will see them happening on the chart itself. However, if you take a closer look at crude oil, it's from top to bottom on a massive selling pressure. This is indicative that the market most likely is going to continue selling off. And if I go back, I haven't taken a short position. We were long on the breakout earlier, last week or 2 weeks ago, if you remember. We hit the first target, moved to break even, and then I didn't move to break even. I was on the swing low, but as the market progressed and closed above that targeting, that the first target right there, I moved to break even. Unfortunately, didn't make any money. I lost a little bit of in commissions right there. On the way down, the market is just selling off. But if we go to the daily, this is still a massive selling support zone area. I am extending it, so this is upgraded for you guys right now. I'm extending it to this area. I'm going to shade it for you guys right here. This right here is a new zone that I just unveiled that we need to take in consideration. Let me put it darker, maybe. There you go. And that area right there, 5940, 5988, is a massive, massive support zone. So let me put it this way. If the OT is showing a massive selling pressure, I want to make sure that on 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart, whichever that might be, prices break free to the downside, stay below, come back and retest the area. And this second transition right here, this requires patience. This will be our key factor of opportunity right in there. Does that make sense? So that's the plan. It's like allowing the market to show itself first of intention. We already know they're selling off. If by any means you got a system that allows you to scout the market on the way down, do it. That's fine. As long as you can validate it, it's only the only thing you need to be paying attention right now is that you should be selling crude oil. Okay. So, but swing trading side, a clear break of the 59.40, excuse me, and a pullback towards a zone or some sort of an intention of a pullback with a continuation on the way down will represent a massive continuation to the bottom. Okay, so that's the path right there. So I'm going to be patiently waiting for that to happen. And then we will unveil more targeting on the way down. But right now, although it's massively negative, I get it. I'm still blocked in a massive support, looking for a push up or a buying pressure. Okay. The market just opened up. Let's just move here. I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach today for you with you guys, so you can kind of see the whole process, right? So right off the bat, give me a second. All right, so we're back. All right, so here we see the buying pressure of the Nasdaq, buying pressure of the ES. I gave it about maybe a minute or so. I have the OT signaling on the top on the ES. The setup that I have an alert indicating when I love the market to move in a certain threshold on the percentages. However, I see that the VIX is not moving, and now you just see that it turned into kind of a unbiased. This is a key factor for me to start looking for great opportunities into the long side. We are already positioned here on the swing side of things, right? So this just suffices to the fact that I'm going to trail just up a little bit tighter at this point. I'm going to drop to a 1 hour chart, and these are the targets left as of today on the Nasdaq. Okay, so I adjusted them a little bit just to make sure that we got everything on plan. And here we go. Let's just confirm this, and there you go. All right, so we're moving along into the buy mode. Of course, the market is just coming off a support zone. It came back into retesting the previous day close. Here it is, right? I'd like to change this kind of to this bluish color. So this happens at 5 o'clock. This is the previous day close. Right at 6 o'clock, market push up, and notice here how the market came back, retested the low. That's the number one trade of the indices. The market always try to go back to the mean, closing gaps, and then rebalance themselves from there on and take a decision if they're going to continue further downwards or upwards. In this case, it's typically to the buy side. OT always showed us that was the intention. VIX now is turning negative. So this is just basically a retest back into the close, pushing back up and potentially continue higher. Next steps to the swing side of things of buying pressure into the NQ would be 25,357, 25,386, 25,423, 25,480. I'm trying to swing for the fences, but the first initial target definitely is going to be the 357 and 386. Those are the two that I'm really aligned into. The third one for me is just kind of a bypass product or a gating level, if you will. Once it hits, I'll just trail my stop accordingly, because I want to try to go as far as possible to the 25,480. Okay, moving into the MES. I'm going to stick with these two only, because if not, we won't have any time. Let me bring the new levels for you right now. Okay, so here we are on the ES. We're moving along. We just broke the prior swing high. Same thing applied as I explained on the pullback area. Here's the prior swings high on the left side. So we have this double. So taking these two highs right there, just imagine this as a kind of a zone, if you will, right? So next target is going to be 798. We got the 6822, 6826. Obviously, we have a 3-point, what we call trifecta. You see that high, this two swing high, and the third one right there. We're going to be taking in consideration here a point in between. The point that the three of those intersect will be this area. I'm going to turn this into black. And that's going to be another target for us, the 6807, okay? So that's the easiest path right now. And I know that the market is already running. I apologize that you're receiving this video late, but the point is that I'm trying to do these on the fly as the market progresses, telling you what's about to happen before it happens. Okay. We do have also, I'm going to just show it here pretty quick. As soon as I hit that target right there, let me see if I can place a one position off right there. I'm gonna trail just up a little bit further here. There you go, target hit. That's perfect. If I don't see, you see there's a lot of white space between my swing trading tile. I designed a specific tools that do automatic calculation based on structure, and it's gonna unveil for me more targeting. So I'm gonna mark them in here, and we're gonna come back to them later on. So we have, I'm gonna change this colors to, I don't know, let's just change them to this kind of grayish, right, if you will. So let's just change that one. We got another one here, and we got another one on the top right here. Boom, there you go. I'm gonna adjust that to that level and be content with that. So this is part of a tool suite that we developed. It do automatic calculations and forecasting for me when I see a lot of white space to understand what should I be expecting from the market. Don't feel the FOMO. The market is moving ahead. That's fine. The levels will not change. So meaning by the time you receive this video and probably watch this, if you diligently watch it, you will see a pullback and potential continuation to the upside. The main goal today, it would be this conglomerate on the top on the ES. So you got plenty of time to target the 68.22 to 68.26 area. Okay. And back to the MQ, same thing will apply. Plenty of time to the market pullback and continue further higher. Okay, we got plenty of high impact report pushing the market. Unemployment rates is one of the most expected reports expected and traded. We got FOMC speaking, and 10 o'clock we have preliminary inflation expectation, consumer sentiment at 10. So we got plenty of time for you to assess the market and see excuse me, where the targets will hit. But Carlos, what will happen if they revert and come to the other way around? Well, below the 25,278 area that I talked about in MQ, I will be looking to go long and targeting the 198, 25,194, 25,175, the 25,139, 25,094. I rarely doubt that might happen, but it is what it is. And the same thing will apply here on the ES. Kind of a break below. In this case, I'm going to tighten this up. In this case, a break below the previous day close, including the 67.76, will dictate the reversal of the pattern. And for swing trading, I only have three major swings, which are 67.65, 75. 67.48 even, and 67.20 even, if you will. Okay, with that being said, let me know how you're using the OT, how beneficial everything is turning for you. And just remember, if you feel uncomfortable, stay out of the market. If you see the OT when you're validating the decision point, mix out, don't do anything. Notice that the VIX is not even red yet, it's getting negative, so we got plenty of time by the time you get this video. So if you don't have the OT, that's fine. I suggest you to start your trial, 7-day trial. That would be great for you to start understanding how to use this to validate any type of trading situation or system or technique that you use. This is not a signals providing system. It's just a validation for the trend behind the scenes that never being able to see it in any way before. You got order flow, volume, commitment, delta, everything boiled down into a formula that we designed, and it's just staggering. The next thing is, if you don't find your market, you can scan other markets. YM, it would be great to start looking for opportunities. So you go to MYM. I don't have the targeting right now, but MYM is looking kind of really decent at this point. I am going to take a position here. I'm going to place a stop on the swing low 4 now, right? And I'm going to be using Let me see if I can find any other trifecta points. It would be 47.02. So that's going to be my target, 47 even. 99 will confirm it so far. There you go. So I'm doing this on the fly because I haven't done my magic behind it, but just by let me go to a 4-hour chart. It's easier for me to explain. If I see here, I like to see point of interest, like you see the market pull back and stop on the dime on that swing high. This is a manipulation top with another swing high right there. I'm trying to identify 3 points where that's the high, high. So it would be this high right there, this point, 47.09. That's the reason I want to go for 47 even, right? Even numbers is better, right? Let's just keep it there. Intersect these 3 major points where the prices were manipulated on the top, right? Liquidity top, and so on. That's where I think they're going to go at least until I can come back and do my analysis on it. Russell doing the same thing. Notice how Russell is from top to bottom. It's just, going along with it. So let's just go to the M2K. I got a target coming up next on Russell. Sweet, no problem. I'm going to take that. And just remind you, I'm trading micros, okay? This is the reason I can actually pull this off. So this swing, this is a 4-hour chart. I can use this swing low for now. That's going to be my target. And I do have a swing target on the top. You can see it right there. And obviously, I'm going to try to liquidate 2 positions. I'm going to go with 2. 2 positions out of the 3 on that target, which is right there, right? And notice that I never place my exit right on top of that line. I just use a little bit below of it just to make sure that they go through it. So just like to avoid the miss and hit and fill, right? Hit and miss and not get fill. All right, so look at the beautiful concept of the OT today, helping us identify market expectancy and movements. So this is, for me, very, very positive at this point. So all I have to do is just sit back and wait and manage these positions accordingly. I already got the targets and so on and so forth. So if you are a professional trader, money manager, affluent trader that trades anywhere from $250,000, $500,000, or 7 figures account, and you're managing for swing trading, and you would like to receive this type of information, detailed, customized just for you, just click on the link below. Let's schedule a call and let you know how am I going to be opening up for more clients. I can only take 20 clients the most, but if that's you, I want to give you the opportunity to try us out and see if our insights and forecasting can help you manage your portfolio even better, right? So there is a link below. Let us know how can I help, and let's just give it a try. Don't think about pricing points or anything. I need to make sure that I can prove myself to you. And if our services provide you multiple ROI based on the way that you trade, we would like to be able to be part of your analytical team if possible, right? And what I need you to understand, I'm sharing here our brand new client and follower. Jose, just share here your latest video analysis was excellent, really clear, insightful. Yesterday, using the Omegavus Trend, I hit my weekly goal in a couple of days, right? And this is the reason why he was able to do so. The OT gave me the extra layer of confirmation I need to stay in the wave and reach my secondary target. So all the point that I'm trying to go is you don't need to rely on a certain target. You got certain opportunities that you need to think through and potentially reach out to. It's just that you're blindsided if you cut your winnings too short. It means that you don't know if the market is strong enough to push you to the next level, and or you don't know if there is another next level and where that next level will be. We will provide you a blueprint, as you already saw, specifically target 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 11. And we will tell you these are the potential zones. This is the area that you need to stay away from. This is the synergy zone. These synergy zones are potential reversal patterns so that you can apply your own system inside of it and have an incredible, insane entries that you never thought before, right? And we'll help you identify with your own system how to validate that the zone will hold, the OT will validate it, and so on and so forth. Anyway, so I just want you to see how incredible and beneficial this situation is. If you're not part of our community, this community is going to be free for the is a beta community. I'm not going to keep it open. This community will turn into my insight for fund management delivery, just like you see here. And I'm just opening up for just to gather testimonials and validation the fact that this thing works for anybody, right? And if you're not part of it, you can join in, and then later on when we decide that we're going to turn it into the bigger thing, we will ask each and every one of the participants in there if they want to be there or not. And if not, then obviously no harm done. We will just turn it into the teams that we're going to be serving, and then deliver everything in detail. Plus, we're going to be doing weekly live Q&As, and we're also going to be providing customized portfolio management. And again, the requirements is preferably you are a well-established trader with more than 3 years of experience, at least beneficial 250K in your account to 7 figures, because I know then you're going to get the most out of our analysis for the foreseeing swing side of things. Okay. All right, so with that being said, let's just keep going. We're about to hit the first target on Russell. Let's just keep going here before I get finished. First target hit. Let me just close some of these positions here for the NQ. And the MES, most of the top, there you go, the targets that we talked about just right now. Remember, the black and the gray area, boom, no problem. I'm just going to close one more here. There you go. And yeah, so let us know how you think about the videos. Leave your comments below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to our channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Good luck with your trading. God bless, and share the love with your loved ones.